Hello, everyone of the sign of Sagittarius. I am here today to give you your message for November 2025. I was about to say 2024, so something happened in November 2024 that is circling back around this time, which is not a surprise because we actually have a Mercury retrograde in this month. So starting off, let's talk about the first astrological event that I want to talk about, which is November 4th. The moon will be in Taurus, but Mars will move in who? In your sign, Sagittarius. So what does that mean? That means that you'll be a little bit more fiery than you normally are. You're kind of going to, like legit, I'm getting that song, move, get out the way, get out the way. And the ones that are from my school, my timeline of the time that I was born in, yeah, we know exactly what that song is all about. And that's what this is all about. It's kind of like standing up for yourself and being like, no, like, no is the whole thing. My name is no, my number is no. You're just gonna have to let it go. I'm going to break down whatever wall I have to break down because you will not stand in my way. Period. Which is great, but let's see how this is going to affect you. Woo! So, of course, there's always a sign that has a little bit extra. Okay. And you got 3 cards. The first thing we have is the 28th. And it's the Oracle. Spirit of other worlds, tell me tales of the unknown. Tell me tales of the forbidden. I feel like you're going to awaken to some kind of prophecy that was placed upon your soul. The second is number 1B. Don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. Literally, this is talking about try those different things that you're interested in. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Explore. Sagittarius was never meant to stay stuck. They are the only one that is like a flying instrument, right? And so there's a reason for that. You're supposed to move forward. You're supposed to create. You're supposed to mingle. You're supposed to try many different things in your life because that's what you came here to do. You are the explorer. Okay? And then we have this one that's really weird. Not weird. It's called Sacrifice. It's number 36. And it says, you must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. Embrace it. All is embracing true. And look at this. The thing is that the image has a heart here. Okay. It's coming from a woman's blood. She's also bleeding from her hands. There's the 3 phases of the moons here, Mother, Maiden, Crow. And she's standing in the base of a tree. The symbolism of that is kind of freaky. It actually gives me cold chills. I feel like you've only been able to access a certain amount of your gifts. And it was because you were bound to, I want to say, one lifetime, one reality. I think it was perceived that you were going to break free from that lifetime and that reality, and everything has been trying to hold you in that. And with the B, it's like you're finally going to have access to your truest potential because you will have access to all facets of you, not just the lifetime in which you were bound. Bound to a tree where they were taking from your life force. That person that knows what I'm talking about will know what I'm talking about. The next thing that we have is the next day, November 4th. November 4th is actually the full moon in the sign of Gemini. I forgot to write full moon here. Full moon in the sign of Gemini, while Venus is entering the sign of Scorpio. Okay? Oh, no, it's not Gemini, it's Taurus. Shut up, I've been saying Gemini. Let me erase this. Taurus. That's interesting because I'm like, why is it saying Gemini if the day before it's Taurus? It should still be Taurus. It's interesting, though, that I said Gemini because it's talking about the duality, like your two faces, your two natures. But here you're correcting the two natures and you're becoming one because I corrected it in yours. Everything has a reason, child. I'm correcting it in your sign. You are becoming the one for that moon in Taurus. And then Venus enters Scorpio. And why is that important? Because you're gonna get obsessed with something. It's gonna be one, and like you're going to have a complete and utter one track mind when it comes to something. It's something that calls to your soul, is your truest essence, who you truly are, what you truly came to be and see and explore. And because it's Taurus, it's kind of like, bitch, nobody's gonna stand in my way. So whatever you start becoming very obsessed about, know that it's because it's time for you to move in that direction. You're the centaur for a reason. It's like a man and a horse at the same time, you know? They told me just two. Look at what we got here. We got emotions like waves in and out, crashing unpredictably. And that's what I'm feeling like downloads. They feel like downloads. It doesn't feel like waves like of an ocean. It feels like downloads. Connecting to, shut up, the one. Remember how I told you the one, this is the one? It says soulmates, the one. Deep love, spiritual connections, life partners. I feel like this is not the one, somebody outside of you. The one you are. Oh, I'm getting chills, y'all. You're going to finally be whole. Uniting the two. Oh, I'm getting so many chills. You're going to be whole. I'm just going to leave it there. November 9th through the 29th, Mercury retrograde. This is the actual one, I guess. And it's going to be in your sign of Sagittarius, and then it shifts into Scorpio. Like literally the two most fiercest sign in the zodiac. Actually, I think that if I were to rank all the zodiac signs, the ones that are like the spiciest is the fire sign Sagittarius, because people talk about Leo, but no, Sagittarius is strategic. And when they take something down, they take it down. It won't come back up. Okay? Scorpio, because it's the only water sign that literally has a weapon. Libra, and for the air signs, because it's a balanced analyst. Okay? And Capricorn, because that's legit the devil. So, anyway, and we have two of the fire and the strongest signs up in this thing. All right, I had to pause the video for a second because my baby was talking to me. So let's see how that's going to affect you. Ay, cabrón. We have Nefertum that says, shut the fucking front door. Completeness. I'm telling you, somebody is becoming the one, the only one, you know? The one. I don't know if you guys ever, there was this movie that came out, Jet Li made it. It's called The One, and it's talking about multiple timelines and like that his alter ego in another lifetime was going through all the timelines and killing all the versions of himself so he can become the one, the whole. And this is something that's kind of reminding me of this. This is making my stomach hurt, actually. And then the last thing I'm going to be looking into is a new moon in the sign of Scorpio, which will be November 20th. And then 2 days later, November 22nd, we enter Sagittarius season. So that's interesting. And we have falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, and change. Honestly, I just recently saw something that was talking about the fallen, right? The angels that fell, blah, 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 and stuff. And how the Bible depicts them as the most evil thing in the world. Yet the fallen were the ones that came down to earth that taught people astrology. They taught people how to farm. They taught people all the wisdom that they have right now. That's the fallen. And for me, I think to myself, knowing the world how it is and knowing the reality how it is, the ones that write history are the ones that won. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're good guys. I mean, for a long time, we all worshipped and thanked so much in the United States Christopher Columbus because he discovered the United States. I mean, the Americas, which was not true. And then now we're finding out in history all the ugly, disgusting things that he did and all the people that supported him did. We are starting to notice in history that the villains have been revered as gods, as good people, and how much of our history is fucking bullshit. And I strongly believe that we have it backwards, that the perceived demons are actually the ones that are teaching us how to heal ourselves because they're making us confront our pain and our darkness, while the angels that are soothing us and helping us are letting us stay that way just so that we can be livestock for something else to feed off of us. Because if the storyline was right, why is this place so fucked up? And so I don't know why we went into that crazy tangent, but look at that. The sun. Do you see that? It's the sun. It's the sun card. Is clarity and truth. Only for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. Because let's be honest. The book, the Bible that everybody worships, the protagonist that everybody loves, that died for your sins. I don't think that was the truth, but okay. He legit came to destroy that belief system. Then when he happened to die for your sins, they corrupted his entire message. Let's see what this is all about, because I don't know, I'm feeling a little spicy with you guys, my Sagittarius is. Look, we got two things in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Empress in reverse. With the Hangman. Oh, this is The Labyrinth, the movie The Labyrinth. It's like one of my favorite movies, so I bought the cards. And do you know what this tells me? This tells me that you're no longer holding on to this false narrative of the Divine Mother. This reminds me of the false narrative of Sophia. And the person that knows what I'm talking about knows. That has literally had you stuck in this limbo where you can see the truth, but you feel like there's no way to get out of it. That is freaking over. High Priestess to the Strength card. You, through this experience of being bound to a distorted mother energy, distorted feminine motherly energy, because Sophia is the distorted feminine energies. So Sophia, I mean, they reverend her and whatever, but Sophia is the depiction of the one that created, according to them, the false god. Really? Did she? And so In her distortion created more distortion. Did she? Is that story true? Is that belief system truth? That's what has had you hung up. Because if you think that what you are is dark, is evil, you will allow people to hurt you. If you think that you're inherently bad, you will doubt your intuition. I feel like even the concept of being born with original sin is disgusting. Because what you're saying is that the God that you serve makes garbage. And then you can say, oh, well, then he didn't create it. He created it perfect. And then they came down here and they got the original sin because they were born women. Bitch, that's the same thing. Because you said that he created the entire world. So then he created garbage. And we are so making perfect and we come down here and then we say we're garbage? That doesn't even make sense. Make that make sense. I'm no longer bowing down to a God that does not exist, in a storyline that does not exist, in a reality that does not exist. I am the creator of my reality. I am created perfectly and divinely. I am the all. I am the beginning. I am the end. I am. Period. That is what's coming through. The knowledge of truth and evil, and strongly standing in that. A card flew over there to the side, and it's the Seven of Cups in reverse. Legit, I'm no longer confused. In the back, I'm going to judge the world now based on the truth that I know that is around me, because I've been bowing down to lies. And now with the Queen of Feathers, which is the Queen of Swords, with my truth, I'm going to Queen of Pots. Claim what is mine. I am smarter with the connections that I make with the Lover's energy, which is the Dancers here, but it's the Lovers. I am smarter with the connections that I make. I know the investments that I'm making, because the Moon, that which is in the shadows, that which is distorted, I see it for its distortion. I feel like somebody here of the sign of Sagittarius is waking up. They are waking up to the things that they were connected to and realizing that if they want their happily ever after, they have to create it. Because the reality is they're free. I think I'm just going to leave that there.